afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, 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 good morning. And everybody else in between this great big beautiful country of ours. How the hell you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? So more terrible shit going on. It's Saturday, day before Easter, day after Good Friday. Wow. Wow. And then you got a nut job running over kill cop in Washington, D.C. trying to get... Why? You know, what's the deal? I got so upset. Somebody said, this guy supposedly, I guess, followed Farrakhan, you know, and they follow his I think they follow radical Islam. Some of them do, as far as from what I understand. The majority, Islam, peaceful. Even some in Farrakhan's, you know, peaceful Islam. And you go, another Islam terrorist. You know, Facebook has driven me crazy. So I don't go on there. It's enough to drive you nuts. I mean, like, I got a lot of friends that, you know, they were Trump supporters and stuff, and I don't want to, like, cut them off, but some of them, you know, over the past 4 years, they have really gotten radical. Spewing crazy lies and stuff. They're getting into that QAnon stuff. You know, I hate to say this, but I was married to a woman that was a pathological liar. Exactly like that. Would just make shit up. It was like really embarrassing and frustrating. Because you didn't know which she was saying was true. She would say, this one said this to this or this, and then when the other person was there and they would confront her about it, oh, I never said that. Yes, you did. I standing right there. You know, like, oh my God. So anyway, really nice people. Yeah, that's the crazy thing too. They're really, other than this, you get them away from all that craziness. I mean, they're really nice people, but you got to look at them sideways a little bit. It's like, you know, are you all there? I mean, I'm serious. So I got really upset about that. And another one, big post about big investment Ford was going to make on a plant in Ohio, and then the post was they're moving it to Mexico now because of Biden. No. There are the only part truth is there are 1,500 workers that are going to be going to Mexico. Not the plant. Not any. Just, oh, shut up. Oh, my God. Anyway, not a kid's show. You got Rugrats, Crumb Munchers running around. Time to put them for a nap. Too early. Nice outside. Kick their ass outside. You know, something like that. I think I'm getting pretty good at cleaning my act up, you know. But it's still big people stuff. You know, they don't need to worry about what's going on in the world right now. It's time to grow, have fun. Be a kid. Boy, can't we? I wish we all could do that, huh? Just like put it all away. So old Matt Getz, he's in deep doo-doo. And that's the other thing. They were saying about, you know, Democrats and stuff being like baby eaters and all this perverse, crazy shit. And then it turns out their own party. You know, nuts. How many more times can I say nuts? Nuts. So, oh, here's a dumb question. Cool Tony Fauci, okay? Do you think we will have riots over the summer if Chauvin is found not guilty? I think this is one time that it's going to stick. Now it's going to be up to the judge whether he's going to just lay into the guy or say, oh, you know, really, Okay, probation. Hopefully that won't happen. Lisa Marie Girk. Hopefully that won't happen. But yes, I'll be out there with them. Boy, if I could get out there, I'm lucky I can't. I'd probably end up, in jail. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not a destructive person, per se. But I am for putting a whooping on, So, if it ever got like that, but it's a shame to be like that, What's this? Lori Rosenbaum, artist. Okay. When you put your back out and live alone, I'm fine, but I'm sure some of you guys know what I mean. And then Sarah Galen said, I know exactly what you mean. Lori, after surviving domestic violence and the loss of my parents to COVID last year, oh, wow, that's rough. I got used to living alone, eat alone, do everything alone. I'm loving it. It's hard, but I'd rather be alone than be with someone who doesn't value my worth. Well, yeah, okay, I don't think she was going for that, with the domestic violence thing, but Sarah threw it in there. She don't want to live with somebody. Hey, that is true. Don't stay in a relationship if you're getting messed up. Not worth it, folks. Not worth it. I'm going to tell you from experience. This is an old guy here. I've been through freaking everything, all right? Well, damn near everything. I don't know. There isn't much more that can surprise me. But the first marriage I was telling you about, the pathological liar, I had to work away from home. And the last 3 of our years of our marriage, she cheated on me 3 times. Big excuse was I was never home. Which is, I could understand it. But I was home. I mean, and Anyway, she had a drug problem. She tried to... I was one of the first people in Pennsylvania to ever get custody of my kids. Okay? And the reason was her biggest... And thank God I remembered to do it, but the first thing she did said I never provided support for her and the kids. Well, I gave her the checkbook, and she signed in the checkbook, and she would go to their local grocery store, would allow you to write for checks over. So she'd go buy a couple candy bars or some chips and Coke or whatever, and then write it for $20 over, $30 over. And when we got the hearing, I never forget it, they had her on the stand. That was her thing. He never provided for us. He never gave us nothing. He just left us flat with nothing. And I remembered to bring the canceled checks. I'll tell you what, folks, it was looking really bad for me the first half. Because she got to, be examined in the morning and in the afternoon. Cross-examination. And I'll tell you what, I didn't pull them checks out right away, but my lawyer was sweating it. He's like, man, don't look after about an hour or so. You don't look good for you, bud. And then I gave him them canceled checks, and he said, no, I'm not so worried. And that's all the further it got after the first hearing, after he was done with her. And, it proved, there were a lot of beer distributor checks in there too. So anyway. It's terrible to find things out after you're separated and the other person leaves. And then your neighbors start talking about, we always noticed it was quieter when you were home. God's truth. We could always tell when you were home. It got really quiet over there. So I decided before the hearing, I said, well, I'm going to call the police up and see what, and I called them up. I said, what the hell is going on up here? So a couple of police officers came up. And then I knew. And they said, hey, Chuck, we thought you knew about this stuff, but you were never around. It's, when this happened. But we actually thought you knew what was going on. I'm like, no, what was going on? They said, we had a drug overdose at your house. I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, they had a big party up here. Drug overdose. I came home one time, the front door window was smashed out. Here what happened was, her cousin was engaged to a guy, and her cousin was going over to my house to cheat on him. And he happened to come over and look through the window and see her humping, bumping, and thumping with this guy, and he just came right through the frickin' door. Busted the window out, snatched her ass up. I don't know what he did. And it's funny, too, because her uncle didn't tell me what's going on. All he says, Chuck, you really need to be home. I'm like, holy shit. Oh, my. So, anyway, that's enough personal news. See, you don't hear this shit. And it's only Fox News would put something like this out. 15 hours ago, surgeon warns blanket vaccination of U.S. population could be a dangerous medical approach. This is by Charles Creets, 16 hours ago. Retired surgeon and former UPenn medicine professor, Dr. Hooman. Hooman Norchasm warned that orchestrating a blanket coronavirus vaccine for every American, regardless of prior immunity or presence of risk factors, could be a dangerous medical approach. Norchasm told Hooman. Norchasm told Fox Nation's Tucker Carlson today. Oh, where do they dig these people up? The patient shouldn't fear asking legitimate questions about the vaccine, immunity status, or the vaccine passport system already being deployed in places like New York. What the hell's that got to do with it? And that's all they got on it. So, I guess you don't have to worry about that. Oh, come on. The Hill, 14 minutes ago. Now, this is stupid. Will Ocasio-Cortez challenge Biden or Harris in 2024? No. Okay, this is from The Hill. They don't say who the writer is. When did it come out? I have no freaking clue. People, political parties, and incumbents all underestimate Representative AOC at their own peril. As someone who grew up in poverty and worked menial jobs to pay for a college education, I've always been impressed by her working class background. All the more reason I was shocked and disappointed when some in the GOP and people like British journalist Piers Morgan made fun of her for being just a bartender. Now I'm going to tell you something about her. AOC is smart. She is sharp as a tack. I'm going to tell you what. If you saw her at any of those hearings last year, she ripped some real serious ass. I'm telling you, she is that good. She would ask questions that they were so logical that, it was like, damn. Nailed that guy to the wall, Okay, Morgan's mocking comment, that's why it's Mangled, came after Ocasio-Cortez questioned why then-President Trump's daughter, Ivanka, was seen attending the G20 summit in Osaka, Japan in 2019, and conversing with then British Prime Minister Theresa May, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, French President Emmanuel Macron, and then International Monetary Fund Chairwoman Christine Lagarde. At the time, Ocasio-Cortez tweeted, "It may be shocking to some, but being someone's daughter actually isn't a career qualification." You're goddamn right. Excuse my language. Oh, yeah, okay, here's the hill. Another one. Ocasio-Cortez to Cruz. Your resignation is 84 days past due. Representative Alexandria AOC told Senator Ted Cruz that his resignation is 84 days past due, as the two were sparring over the influx of migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border. The encounter occurred on Twitter, where Ocasio-Cortez was explaining that she faced bipartisan opposition to improving conditions at the U.S.-Mexico border. She called out Ted Cruz types that are now taking trips to the border, but voted for policies that help create the problem. And the fact is, a lot of Ted Cruz types who are now going down to meet refugee children in boats outfitted with machine guns are the ones who helped create this problem in the first place, she said. I don't know what's going on. Do you hear that in the background? Ocasio-Cortez further tweeted, "For all those who are brand new to this and only care about cages on a partisan basis, catch up. We've been fighting our own party on immigration for a long time. This is a result of Congress endlessly dumping money into the CBP/ICE cages humane policy." What is that noise? It's crazy. I'm hearing the noise. Like an alarm. It's getting louder. Furnace is running. Oxygen's working. What the hell's going on? That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Oh. What's this? Okay. I'm like, oh, yeah, I see the news for the first time, huh? NBC News, 19 hours ago. Virginia becomes 12th state to ban gay/trans panic defense. Delegate Danica Rome said she introduced the bill after a 15-year-old LGBTQ constituent sent her a letter. The bill's author, Democratic Delegate Danica Rome, said that Virginia, as the first southern state to pass a ban on the defense, also sets an example for other states. Julia Rendelman, Washington, Okay. Gay trans panic defense. I'm not up with this stuff, folks. Governor Ralph Northam signed a bill Wednesday against the defense, which has allowed those accused of homicide to receive lesser sentences by saying they panicked after finding out the victim's sexual orientation or gender identity. The bill passed the State House and Senate in February. The bill's author, Democrat Delegate Danica Rome, said she first became aware of the defense after Matthew Shepard, a gay man, was murdered in 1998, and the men who killed him used the defense in court, according to the American Bar Association. Then, in 2004, as one of the four men who were convicted of killing Gwen Arroyo, a transgender, also used it. Rome was a college freshman and knew she was trans when she read about Arroyo's death. It terrified her, she said, but what made her determined to introduce a bill to ban the defense in Virginia was a letter she received from a 15-year-old LGBTQ constituent. He's out, and he sent me an email asking to pass this bill, and I came to realize that in 2021, my teenage constituents are living with the same fear that I did in 1998 after Matthew was killed. And that I did in 2002 after when Araujo was killed, Rome said. And you think how many other people will stay closeted because they have a fear of being attacked, let alone all the other fears that a closeted person who wants to come out has. That's weird. You know what? I remember a story years and years and years and years ago. A guy came out that was friends with this other guy on TV. And they had him on TV, and I don't know, it was like a Jerry Springer thing. And the guy came out and said, hey, I love you. I'm gay. And after the show, the straight guy killed the gay guy. I guess, yeah. So I don't know. And then I guess this is a law that was passed that was a defense against you. You find out somebody's gay and you just kill them. And that's not right. So I don't, that's terrible. So nope. Nope. No, I'm not going to say no. Nope, that's a loaded gun area. No jokes in that. Boy, I'm telling you right now. That's terrible. Just plain terrible stuff. So what's on the Twitter news here? Holy shit, every Irishry girl said something. Republicans, corporations shouldn't be involved in politics. Also, Republicans, we let ALEC write our bills and lobbyists control our votes. Whew. She's always got a mouthful. Okay, Daily Hager. Dan Crenshaw said, I'm sensing a cultural shift and woke corp. See, this is a new thing, woke. It's in the woke culture, like we woke up. What did we wake up to? I don't know. And woke corporations are the losing side of it. Okay, you're posting this on Twitter? That's what Daily Hager says. Cultural shift and woke corporations are on the losing side of it. You're posting this on Twitter. In the land of the blind. Okay. Just Elizabeth wants to know, anybody have experience painting furniture? I have several pieces, dark mahogany and cherry. Then I want to freshen up, but have never painted. Any advice? Yeah, don't paint them. Okay, and JS Patton 53 said, I have to agree with all the people saying to refinish, not paint. But regardless of your decision, check out YouTube. It's a wealth of practical advice and visuals to help the process. Hey, man, that's my go-to thing. Two things. Snopes, to see if something's true. Google, to see if something's true. Okay, and I don't go look at these off-the-wall damn news services. I saw something today. Jewish Times News. Israel. Jewish Times News. Israel Times News. Okay? They're a legitimate thing, but man, they just like, I don't know. You got to do be careful. Okay? So, when I saw that, I'm like, that's a bullshit, news service, right? And then I Googled it, and I look at Wiki, and yeah, it's legitimate. It's legitimate. You can see, you got to check that shit out, though. Look at this, NBC News 1 hour ago. This is already, listen, Suez Canal traffic jam cleared days after Ever Given cargo ship freed. It's the Evergreen. What? It says Evergreen on the side of the ship, and they're saying Ever Given cargo ship freed. And this is NBC News. Somebody's smoking something there. Some 422 ships, a maritime traffic jam visible from space, have now cleared the vital artery, the Suez Canal Authority said. Investigators board ship that blocked the Suez Canal. The maritime traffic jam created when a giant container ship blocked the Suez Canal has been cleared. Egyptian authorities said Saturday. Some 422 ships. They cleared that really fast. Man, okay. So if you want to see that, NBC News, want to read the rest of it 1 hour ago. Oh, thank God. I got 5 more minutes, folks, and I'm going to play some music on MonValleyRadio.com. I know, you people are just itching over there at Mon Valley Radio. So get that jerk off. I know. Don't say that, jerk off. What the hell is this? Here's another Fox thing 16 hours ago. House Democrats return campaign donations from AOC. Report. Okay, so at least 3 vulnerable House Democrats have reportedly returned campaign donations they received from the campaigning of Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Ocasio-Cortez campaign sent $5,000 donations to several lawmakers facing tough campaigns in 2022. At least 3 such Democrats, Representatives Carolyn Bourdeaux, Democrat in Georgia, Elissa Slotkin, Democrat in Michigan, and Connor Lamb, Democrat in Pennsylvania, have either declined the donations or committed to returning them, according to a political report published on Friday. The lawmakers are reportedly concerned that being tied to Ocasio-Cortez, who is an open Democratic socialist, would hurt them with swing voters. What? Oh, jeez. Ocasio-Cortez payments reportedly went around the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, which has butted heads with the second-term Congresswoman. Ocasio-Cortez campaign reportedly received wire transfer information from the DCCC staffers without the higher-ups' approval. Typically, vulnerable members will swoop by any financial boost they can find, but this time the donations came unsolicited and with no warning. Staff at the DCCC reportedly did not foresee the double-edged sword of tying the controversial Congresswoman to the party's most vulnerable members in the House. Kids, they say this socialist, they throw that like, what? And she's not. She wants just, okay, socialism is equal. Okay. She wants just equal. They just, it's just an equal chance. An equal chance. How is that socialism? And if you're so against socialism, give the frickin' money back. I'm tired of you people like, oh, God, that brings me back to Facebook. My friends, the people that just like bash the shit out of everything, Biden and everything, it just like makes you want to strangle them because they got their hand out. Oh, I hate Biden. I hate everything. Give me my $1,400. Kiss my ass. That's insane. I got 1 minute left. And then I can go play music. Yeah, you going to join me on MonValleyRadio.com? Yeah, sure you are. You can turn that on your phone. If you have Alexa, Echo, anything. Ooh. Okay, here we go. This is what hurts. And I'll do this real quick. This is from thehill.com. CDC reverses statement by director that vaccinated people are no longer contagious. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is clarifying claims made by the agency's director that people vaccinated against COVID-19 will not become infected with the coronavirus or spread it to others. In an interview with MSNBC's Rachel Maddow earlier this week, CDC Director Rochelle Walensky cited a study from the agency released Monday that found people who received both doses of both Pfizer and Moderna's vaccine were 90% less likely to be infected with the virus. Okay, so that's it. If you want to read the rest of it. So I guess you can have the coronavirus and be fully vaccinated and pass it. So that's the name of that tune, and I'm out of here. So what I'm going to do, I don't play the music for the radio people, but radio people, I'm not going nowhere. I'm just kidding. You think they know? I don't know. Anyway, a lot of radio people. Lot of radio people. Whole shitload of radio people. YouTube's still working on it. Yeah. Oh, I got to come out with a better thing, you know. So anyway, let's think about it or play goodbye to everybody here. Let's see. And then I'll come back and do all this crazy shit and then do that. So you guys on YouTube, I'll see you Monday, hopefully. Still got a lot of shit to do, a lot of stuff to get done. Oh.
5 decades of music. Mon Valley Radio.
Be careful. Don't